Hey, fourth graders, this is Miss Wheeland again. So last time I had you talk about adding mixed numbers, and today we're going to do subtracting mixed numbers. And there is a way that I think is probably easiest to do that. And once again, you can hear my cat running around, so we'll ignore him. So the first way that we're going to do that is writing each mixed number as an equivalent improper fraction. Okay, so we want the equal improper fraction. So if Olivia had 4 3/4 boxes of games and she gave 1 1/4 boxes to her brother, how many boxes of games does she have left? Okay, so we'll write them as each mixed number as an equivalent improper fraction. So the 4 3/4 is going to be equal to, this 4 is, so each one whole, that color's not showing up, is equal to 4/4, right? So we have 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, right? Because 1 is equal to 4/4. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 for my whole, and then 3 for my parts. Wholes and parts. So when I add all of that together, then I get 19/4. So 4 3/4 is equal to 19/4. The equivalent improper fraction for this is 19/4. Okay? So then let's do 1 1/4 is equal to, for our 1 we have 4/4, and then for here we have another 1/4. So altogether, how many fourths? 4 plus 1 is 5/4. Okay, so let's think back to the problem. She had 4 3/4 boxes of games, but she gave away 1 1/4 boxes. And we need to find out what her total at the end was. So another way we could write that is 19/4, because that's equal to 4 3/4, subtract 5/4, which is the 1 1/4, equal to, when we subtract fractions, we do not change how big the pieces are, we just take away some of the fourths. So our denominator is not going to change. But 19 take away 5 is 14. Okay, but we're not going to leave that as an improper fraction. So we know 14/4. Okay, let's take out, like we did here. So we could have 4, that would leave us with 10 left. Another 4, we'd have 6. Another 4, we'd have 2 left, so then we'll add our 2. Okay, it's that many. But we have 1, 2, 3 wholes, 4/4, 4/4, 4/4, and then 2/4. And 2/4, in simplest form, is 1/2. That's how many boxes of games she has left. Okay, so we're going to write that up here for answer, 3 1/2. Okay, next problem. On this one, please get out paper, pencil, whiteboard, markers, whatever you're going to do, however you're going to follow along. Okay? All right, so we need to find 3 1/5, take away 2 2/5. All right, so we're going to convert those into their equivalent improper fractions. 3 and 1/5 for each of the 3 wholes is equal to 5/5. So we need 3 5s up there. And then how much for our fractional part is 1. Okay, and those are all fifths. So they're adding up 5, 10, 15, 16, 16 fifths. Awesome, got that one? Then our next one, we have 2 and 2/5. 2 and 2/5. Each of the 2 wholes is worth 5/5. And then we have 2/5 in our fractional part. So we have 5 and 5 and 2, which is 12/5. Okay, so our problem was here, but we have our equivalent improper fractions, so let's subtract those. 16/5, take away 12/5. If I have 16 and take away 12, I have 4, and our denominator doesn't change, fifths. That, because they are 1 apart right here, the 4 and the 5, we know that it's already in simplest form. So guess what? We're done. That's our final answer, equal to 4/5. Okay, hope you kept up with me. This next one, I'm going to give you an opportunity to pause, and then you'll do it on your own, and then I will keep going, and you can check your work, okay? Let's use purple. If I have 5 and 4/8, let me make my 5 a little bigger so it looks like a whole number. Take away 1 and 1/8, and we need to figure out what that equals. Okay, turn them into equivalent improper fractions, and then you can subtract and turn it back into a mixed number, and then simplify. Pause your video if you haven't. Okay, now that you have solved, if you haven't yet, pause it again and solve it. I'm going to show you how I did it, and we'll see if we come up with the same answers. So the 5 and 4/8, I have 5 wholes, and each whole is worth 8/8, right? Because if you have the same number in numerator and denominator, it's the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the 5 wholes, and then 4 for the fractional part. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 8 is 40, and 4. 44/8. Okay, now 1 and 1/8. 1 and 1/8. This 1 is worth 8/8. And then I have another 1 for the fractional part. Equals 9/8. Okay, so I have 44/8, subtract 9/8 equals 35/8, because 44 take away 9 is 35. Okay, so now I have 35/8, but I'm not done, because it's still an improper fraction, and we need to turn it back into a mixed number and then simplify. Okay, so 35/8, if I take out 8, 16, 24, 32, can't go any higher than that. So if I have 32, I have 33, 34, 35, 3 left. 8. Okay, I have 1 hole, 2 holes, 3 holes, 4 holes, 4, and then left over 3/8. 3 is prime, so its factors are 1 and 3. 1 is a factor of 8, but that would mean we don't do anything. And 3 is not a factor of 8, so this is already in simplest form. So I have 4 and 3/8. Okay, one more. Let me write it down and you can get started solving. Six and 1/3. Subtract 2 and 2/3. Pause the video and solve, and then we will do it together. Okay, my turn. Hopefully you've got yours finished. If I have, well, maybe I'll go back to black. If I have 6 and 1/3, that is equal to, my denominator is 3, and I need 6 of them. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And then I need my fractional part, which is 1/3 plus 1. And that is equal to 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19. 19/3. And then 2 and 2/3. 2 wholes. And a whole part would be 3/3. Okay, there's my 2 wholes. And then I have my fractional part of 2. And I'll have the denominator of 3. 3, 6, 8. 8/3. Okay, now I need to subtract my improper fractions. If I have 19/3, subtract 8/3. 19 take away 8 is 8/3. So my answer is 8/3. And we already know what 8/3 is in a mixed number. How nice is that? It's 2 and 2/3. And these are one number apart. 2 is right next to 3, so it's already in simplest form. Hooray! I like that problem. Here we go. Okay, please go ahead and do the Google form after you're done with this for your practice problems. And then either move on to your other subjects for the day, or you can go on to the next day of math if you're choosing to do all of your math in one day. Have a great day, 4th graders.